3 people have lost their lives and hundreds have been displaced. We don't even know the exact number of people who are currently going through harrowing experiences. You see, you hear, you watch first-hand testimonies of those people who have been at the receiving end of the violence that has ravaged West Bengal, parts of West Bengal like Murshidabad, after fires that have been lit in the name of anti-Waqf law turned deadly. Mamata Banerjee has taken to social media to appeal to all religions to remain calm and restrained. She has also said not to do any non-religious activity in the name of religion. Mamata Banerjee said on platform X, whoever is instigating riots, we will take stern action against them. But guess who doesn't seem to have got the missive? His own MP.
মুর্শিদাবাদে আজকে একটা ছোট্ট সমস্যা সেখানে হয়েছে। সকলের কাছে করজোড়ে অনুরোধ করব, দয়া করে আইন কেউ হাতে তুলে নেবেন না। প্রিয় মুখ্যমন্ত্রী মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায় আছেন, আপনার বাবা দাদাদের অবস্থান রক্ষা করার দায়িত্ব যেমন আপনাদের তেমন আমাদের সকলের। ওয়াকফ সম্পত্তি কারোর বাপের সম্পত্তি নয়, ওয়াকফ সম্পত্তি একটা সম্প্রদায়ের সম্পত্তি। সেই সম্প্রদায়ের সম্পত্তির দিকে যদি কেউ চোখ তুলে তাকায়, তার চোখ যেমন উবড়ে নেবে, হাত তেমন ভেঙে দেবেন, একথা নিশ্চিতভাবে আপনাদেরকে দায়িত্ব দিয়ে বলতে পারি।
There are so many aspects in what is happening in West Bengal right now that can make one's blood boil and make one outrageous, can make one question what exactly is the logic behind what is happening in the state. But we'll take them one by one to help us understand the situation there. We are now joined by Sanjay Verma, BJP's national spokesperson, Karan Verma, who's an author, Asif Ansari, political analyst, Rajiv Riaz Pratapgadi, who's a political analyst, IP Singh of the Samajwadi Party is with us, and Rohan Mitra, who is a Congress leader, is also joining us on the broadcast. My first question goes to you, Asif Ansari. How do you explain what Bapi Haldar said?
Well, Pradesh, I must say that is very unprecedented and it's condemnable speech. What he has said, it is not expected in Bengal itself. Because you will see this is a juxtapose of the Delhi riot where Anurag Thakur said कि देश के गद्दारों को गोली मारो सालों को. If our Narendra Modi, our honorable Prime Minister, who had ruled out these things, I think he could never been encouraged to say like this. So these are the encouragement which is got from the BJP's party, where you can spew more venom and you can elevate it in a more
समझ नहीं आया। आप ये कह रहे हैं कि TMC के जो MP हैं वो BJP से इंस्पायर हो रहे हैं? मिस्टर अंसारी, आप क्या कह रहे हैं कि जो TMC के MP हैं, ममता बनर्जी के जो MP हैं, वो BJP से इंस्पायर हो रहे हैं? मैं तो उस बात में जा भी नहीं रही हूँ कि वो उस केस का क्या हुआ और कोर्ट ने कैसे एक्विटल कर दिया है।
मैं कहना चाहता हूँ कि अगर इस तरीके से पॉलिटिक्स जो हुई है इंडिया में, पोलराइजेशन की,
अरे आप छोड़िए ना पॉलिटिक्स और इंडिया की पोलराइजेशन। सर आप मुझे बताइए ना, बापी हल्दर जो वेस्ट बंगाल में कह रहे हैं उसके बारे में आपका क्या कहना है? उतना बताइए बस। हाथ तोड़ दीजिएगा, आंखें निकाल लीजिएगा, मैं पूरी जिम्मेदारी से कह रहा हूं आपको कि आप ऐसा कर सकते हैं।
That is truly unacceptable. That is truly unacceptable.
Perfect. Extremely gracious of you to accept that. So, what will you ask Mamata Banerjee to do now?
That she has told.
No, she hasn't. Please tell me.
She has told in a very clear statement, in a very vivid way.
Where, sir? Please enlighten us.
Only you have relay on your channel. She has said anybody who will come, who will cross this kind of, and who can violate these religious issues, going to polarize, she is not going to spare them. They can be brought to the justice. Either it could be a TMC leader or it could be opposition.
Sir, it has been at least more than 12 hours since Bapi Haldar has said what I have just played out for our viewers. Can you tell me if there is anything that Mamata Banerjee's party has done in terms of taking action against him that we might have missed at times now?
You can see a lot of central army has been deployed in the area.
For Bapi Haldar, by Mamata Banerjee? I don't understand.
It is under control by the police.
अरे सर, मैं बापी हलदर की बात कर रही हूँ, आप छोड़िए ना, हम आएंगे। एक घंटा हम इसी सब पे बात करने के लिए बैठे हैं। आप मुझे ये बताइए, आपने बोला ममता बनर्जी ने ऑलरेडी एक्शन ले लिया, मैंने आपको बताया वर्ड बाय वर्ड उन्होंने बंगाली में ट्वीट किया है, मैंने लूजली ट्रांसलेट किया है। उन्होंने कहा है, do not do any non-religious activity in the name of religion. By the way, when a crowd runs rampage, runs riot on the streets, pours petrol, threatens women with rape, then drags two people out, one 74-year-old man, Mamata Banerjee doesn't even have the courage to come out and say that, please stop killing people. She says, don't indulge in non-religious activities, but I'm not even getting there. To the part where she says, whosoever is instigating riots, we will take stern action against them. Bapi Haldar is instigating riots, or is he not when he says, go break hands and legs? Yes or no?
No. How could it be said in a very straight yes or no? If he is telling there is a political motivated mileage,
sir,
he is trying
no,
to take a political
he's saying
mileage.
If anybody is
right.
eyeing Waqf land, break your hands and legs.
No.
It is as black and white as it gets. It is a yes and no question. If you are asking a group of people in such charged atmosphere, when already 3 people have died, you go break people's legs and hands, is that instigation or not, sir?
But no, if you not let me complete my point, then how could I clarify? If you asking me a question, let me answer it properly. That is the apprehensions into the Muslim community on all the others party who has opposed the Waqf Amendment bill.
What is the
because
apprehension,
this kind
sir?
Of persecutions and this
what
kind
is
of
the
agitation,
I am asking you about apples. You are giving me
that
answer about chalk. Then you will say I'm not letting you speak.
Because it was undemocratic.
If somebody comes out and says break other people's hands and legs, is that instigation? Yes or no?
No, this was unconstitutional.
Okay, Sanju Verma, clearly the question is being deflected because there is no answer.
That is a demonstration.
Nobody is questioning demonstrations, sir. It is democratic right to demonstrate. It is not a right to go around burning people's houses, bikes, destroy their livelihoods, rape women as is being alleged, and kill people. Sanju Verma.
Those who have those.
Now please, Priya, you.
Yes, Sanju Verma, please go ahead.
I did not heckle Mr. Ansari. अभी मिस्टर अंसारी आपने बोला, हमने सुना, अभी आपकी सुनने की बारी है, हमें बोलने दीजिए. First and foremost, look at the audacity of the rabid Islamist goons, and I'm not going to be polite, Priya. What was the sloganeering that happened? Translated into Hindi ad verbatim, it means कुछ देर की खामोशी है, फिर कोहराम मचेगा. आज कुत्तों का वक्त है, referring to Hindus. कल हमारा दौर आएगा. Allahu Akbar. These are the rabid Islamist goons who went on a rampage, and as you rightly said, arson, vandalism, looting, pillaging, gang raping Hindu women, and what is worse is that the police constabulary was a mute spectator. Yahan tak ki there are videos on social media where some rabid Islamist goons are saying Mamata Banerjee does not exist, if it is not for us. It is not that we exist because of her, she exists because of us. So as they say, Mamata Banerjee in all likelihood has created a Frankenstein monster, and now she's unable to rein that monster, contain that monster. But forget about semantics. What I want to focus on is this. Mamata Banerjee is the Chief Minister of West Bengal. Has she failed? Yes. Mamata Banerjee is the Home Minister of West Bengal too. Has she failed? The answer is yes. The DGP of West Bengal is a man called Rajiv Kumar, still accused in the Narda and Sarda chip scam. Why have heads not rolled? Has Rajiv Kumar failed as the DGP of West Bengal? The answer is yes. Has Javed Shami failed as the ADG of Law and Order? He reports directly to Mamata Banerjee. The answer is yes. And Priya, don't forget, there was a man called Vineet Goyal. He was the police commissioner of Kolkata, prior to the Arjikar gang rape. And then he was shunted out. But guess what? He is now the ADG and IG of Special Task Force. My question is, has the head of Vineet Goyal rolled? No. So the simple point is that all the senior police officers who directly report into Mamata Banerjee, why are they not being held accountable? The fact that Mamata Banerjee is incompetent, ये तो अभी जग जाहिर है. That is in the public domain and is not even up for debate. And people have been saying that, you know, हमको आप भड़काओगे तो ऐसा होगा. हमको आप भड़काओगे? 2016 Malda riots, Priya. 2017 Bhaduria riots. 2018 Dhulagarh riots. 2019 Jadavpur riots. 2021 Sitakulchi riots. 2023 post-poll panchayat violence. And now this. And don't forget, in between last year, you also had the Sandesh Khali horror. For 62 days, Shah Jahan Sheikh was mollycoddled and given state protection. Only when the Kolkata High Court and thereafter the Supreme Court intervened, that Shah Jahan Sheikh was put behind bars. And we are seeing a repeat of that. Be it Murshidabad, Nadia, North 24 Parganas, Birbhum, South 24 Parganas. My simple point, last point is this, Priya. Why is it that the violence always emanates from areas where Muslim population is dominant in excess of 47 or 57%?
No, but Sanju Verma, here is where I want to interject. Now, you know, precisely that point, and Mr. Riaz, I would like you to weigh in on this. When you know, Murshidabad in particular, we all know, has always been one of those areas which is sensitive and there are likelihoods of clashes taking place. Now, when something like Waqf bill became into a law, we saw the protests in the run-up to it. Why is it that only West Bengal suddenly erupts into this violence? There are Muslims in Assam, there are Muslims in UP, but there is security force deployment has happened. The bill passed last week. What was the state machinery doing? Why couldn't Mamata Banerjee anticipate that there could be something wrong and ensure that the state machinery was activated? How does BJP then come in the wrong when they say that it is only because this violence has the backing of the state, because TMC sees there is some political dividend it can draw, that all this is allowed in the state and at some level even encouraged by the state government, like people like Haldar that we heard?
Madam, riots have caused great loss to our country, madam, and it cannot be justified. And it is the responsibility of a state government. Mamata Banerjee must take stern action against miscreants. And what Sanju Verma said, I am not surprised, because this is very such a pitch where BJP plays very comfortably, Hindu and Muslim. In fact, they are writers, and they must be treated as writers. What happened in MP riots?
Sir, are you saying BJP is playing in West Bengal?
Look, I don't say that. But no. See, BJP is trying very hard to get into the power in West Bengal. But it is the responsibility, since the government is run by Trinamool Congress. So this is their responsibility to tackle such people, basically writers, to put behind the bars, madam. And I request to the people who are protesting against, I request the people who are protesting against this bill, madam, because this is not the end of the road. They can go ahead and constitutionally this bill can be abolished in times to come. We'll have numbers and this can be abolished. And they should, if they want to protest, they protest constitutionally. There should not be any violence. There should not be any space for violence.
That's not what Bapi Haldar is saying. Bapi Haldar is saying, if you think that somebody is threatening Waqf properties, go gouge out their eyes. Rohan Mitra?
Must be put behind the bars.
What do you have to say about this?
Priya, first and foremost, very quickly, the Congress party completely stands, against all what is going on. Our PCC president has been on record and he's been traveling the length and breadth of the city, and he's been saying that this kind of violence has no place. Sanju Verma was listing out the number of the riots which have happened in Bengal since 2016. I want to tell you, a viewer, that the people who are now today the faces of the BJP in Bengal, they were the same people who were in TMC at the time and who were in the forefront of these riots. Okay, if you look into the list, they've been crossing over to the TMC as well. Look at
Bapi Haldar was a part of BJP at some point.
Can I answer, please? I'm not being specific here.
No, but I am being specific because we're talking about specifics here.
Bapi Haldar is not from the Congress, and we completely don't stand by him. this
Okay,
Jangipur.
so
No,
so you
let me-
don't stand by
Priya,
Bapi Haldar.
let me elaborate.
Do you
Let me
stand by
elaborate.
Imran Masood? Because wait.
No, let me
You
elaborate. Don't talk
condemn
about Bengal.
instigating
I want to talk
statements.
about
Listen
Bengal
into
right now.
Imran Masood, and then I'll come
I
back
want
to you,
to
sir,
talk about Imran Masood
and you will
first.
finish your point without any interruption. Yes, can we please play out Imran Masood's reaction?
समंदर में तूफान बहुत है और जब तूफान हो तो तूफान का सामना बड़ा जहाज करता है, कश्तियां नहीं कर पाती। ये कश्तियों की सवारी छोड़ करके जहाज की सवारी की तैयारी करिए, एक ही रास्ता है बस, आपको याद रखना। और ये वादा आपसे करना चाहता हूं कि जिस दिन आ जाएंगे उस दिन घंटे भर के अंदर इसका इलाज भी करना जानते हैं।
घंटे भर में कैसे इलाज करते हैं मिस्टर मित्रा? डेमोक्रेटिकली, संविधान की रक्षा करते हुए, मोहब्बत की दुकान में?
No. See, I'm not going to answer what Imran Masood is saying.
Are you
because
will not
I'm
answer about TMC.
No,
You
one
will not
second.
answer
Can I
about what
just-
Congress leaders are saying, but you will
started
talk
a
about BJP
topic
from
on
another
Bengal
instance.
violence. No, you want to talk about Bengal violence? Let me finish my Bengal violence, then I can answer what Imran Masood was saying.
Bengal
First of
violence is
all-
about Waqf, sir. I am not the one who's
Exactly.
digressing here. I'm still
One
very much
second.
on point.
Priya, let me answer this. Okay, fair enough. The bill which was passed in the parliament, the Congress party stands against it, and we have gone to court. Our lawyers are going to put their cases in the court.
I know all
and
that. I'm saying that किसी भी कोर्ट में 1 घंटे में इलाज नहीं होता है.
Priya,
ये कौन सा इलाज है? कौन सा prescription है?
nobody across the board, and this is what I'm trying to tell you. I do not stand for anybody saying, be it from the Congress as well, who wants to take any kind of violence. I don't think the Congress stands for it. If Imran Masood had said,
Again, just like Mamata Banerjee and the TMC,
he should
I
not
haven't seen
support.
any reactions, any condemnations, any reprimands coming in for Imran Masood. He's been one of the most vocal proponents when it comes to Congress's stand on Waqf.
The Congress's stand on the Waqf is that we think that this is against the Freedom of Religion Act and it is unconstitutional. It has been passed in the
Sir,
parliament.
everybody
and we
knows
will-
what your official
One second,
stance
let me-
is.
let me
Matlab,
finish. We
Priyanka,
will go to
Sonia
court
and
on it
Rahul might not have spoken on the floor of the House, but they have spoken otherwise. But this man on your screens has spoken both inside and outside. Sanju Verma?
Let me finish. You cannot do this. You're not letting me speak. You're breaking my flow to the conversation.
Okay, Sanju Verma, let him finish, then we'll come to you. Yes.
Give me 2 minutes. Let me finish this. What we are saying is, what the Muslim community finds difficult to digest is the fact that you have non-Muslims who are going to be part of the board.
Sir, what the entire country's community finds difficult to digest is that this man on your screens is saying 1 घंटे में इलाज कर देंगे.
Fair
Tell
enough.
me-
I accept
tell
your
me
point.
what medicine
I accept
do
your
we
point.
take to
Now, can
digest
I move
that?
forward? I accept your point, and let me come back to Bengal. Jangipur, where this Mr. Haldar is from, was a constituency where Mr. Pranab Mukherjee was the MP from 2004 to 2012, and then Abhijit Mukherjee was the MP from 2012 to 2019. It is since 2019 we have seen, when the TMC has won in Jangipur, that the situation in Jangipur has gone bad to worse. And as Sanju Verma was saying, the people who have migrated from the Trinamool one day to BJP and BJP from Trinamool, like Babul Supriyo, and let me tell you, there's this MLA, I'm forgetting his name, who you all have placed, who was in 2019 the BJP's candidate from Murshidabad. Today he's the reason why the Hindus of Bengal now he's into TMC. And let me tell you, what is Shubhendu Adhikari famous for?
Sir,
Shubhendu Adhikari
we'll
was
come
one-
to what about
Don't,
it. थोड़ा
Priya,
अभी
let me
तो
finish.
आदत पड़
Let
गई
me
है ना
finish.
डिबेट्स
Let
में
me
से
finish.
3-4
Let
राउंड
me
के बाद
finish.
व्हाट अबाउटरी शुरू हो ही जाता है. मुझे पता है
No,
मणिपुर
what
को भी
about
लेके
you?
आएंगे,
These are
टीएमसी भी
facts.
मणिपुर
These
को
are
लेके
facts.
आएगी.
I'm not
जब थोड़ी
hearing
देर
what
के
about
बाद
you.
जाते हैं उस पे,
These are
प्रेडिक्टेबल
facts.
है वो तो. संजू वर्मा, you want to respond?
Yeah. Priya, I just have this to say, because Mr. Riaz and Rohan Mitra both named me repeatedly. Let us not trivialize, normalize, and rationalize the horrifying violence against the Hindu community, especially Hindu Dalits and Adivasis in West Bengal, by talking about XYZ.
Or violence against anyone. We must not forget,
Yes,
Sanju
violence
Verma,
against
that of the
anyone.
3 people, there is one person there's a
Yeah, let me
minor
finish my
who
point.
also died. No, I'm just
Yes.
trying to make a point that it is not about
Yes.
people who from a particular community dying. It is about people of West Bengal
Priya, can I
taking
just
the bullets.
Make my point? Priya, let me make my point that you have every right as an anchor to interject and to ask tough questions even of the BJP. That is what you're supposed to do. Let me make one thing very, very clear. Violence is condemnable, period. But violence, targeted violence at that, preconceived, premeditated, willful, deliberate violence against Hindus is absolutely unpardonable and unacceptable. I am saying this on record. And Priya, look at it. Derek O'Brien shamelessly is sharing photographs of Macher Jhol as if nothing has happened in Bengal. Sagarika Ghosh says that, saffron goons are not in power in West Bengal, and hence they are trying to defame Mamata Banerjee and West Bengal's police. She says the entire country has not seen better law and order. West Bengal is a textbook case. I mean, this is the height of rabid hypocrisy. And then you have the likes of Bapi Haldar. What did he say? These small things keep happening. Priya, this reminds me of what happened in 2611. उस वक्त कांग्रेस के विलासराव देशमुख was the chief minister of Maharashtra, and when questioned about the Mumbai terror attack, he said, बड़े-बड़े शहरों में ऐसी छोटी-छोटी चीजें होती हैं. And Bapi Haldar, the TMC acolyte of Mamata Banerjee, has done exactly that by saying these are trivial matters. What happened in Murshidabad, so what? If Hargobind Das was brutally hacked to death, so what? If Hargobind Das's son Chandan Das was brutally hacked to death. And my final point, Priya, is this. I have some data, and this shows that law and order has taken a flying leap out of the window under the very incompetent Mamata Banerjee. Very quickly, 2021, 2.37 lakh cases of communal violence, 3.49 lakh cases of communal violence in 2022, and lo behold, 4.73 lakh cases of communal violence in West Bengal in 2023. This is Mamata Banerjee completely failing the state, failing the Hindus of the state. And if you remember, did you hear what she said yesterday? What should I do? Should I ignore the 33% Muslims? Arey, don't ignore 33% Muslims, but are you going to ignore the 67% Hindus? आपको हिंदू नहीं दिखते हैं, सिर्फ 33% Muslims दिखते हैं. And Yusuf Pathan, the member of parliament, is busy sipping tea and posting posts on social media. शर्म नहीं आती है यूसुफ पठान को? डेरेक ओब्रायन को शर्म नहीं आती? सागरिका घोष को शर्म नहीं आती? शर्म बेच खाई है इन लोगों ने.
आईपी सिंह जी, लेट मी ब्रिंग यू इन ओवर देयर. क्या आपको भी लगता है कि छोटी सी बात है कि कुछ लोगों को अपना घर छोड़ना पड़ा? छोटी सी बात है, कुछ महिलाओं ने बोला कि उनके घर पे आके उनकी गर्दन पे हंसुआ रख के बोल रहे हैं कि अगर हम तुम हमको रेप करने दो, हम तुम्हारे पति की जान छोड़ देंगे. छोटी सी बात है.
देखिए, पूज्य बाबा साहब की जयंती कल है. पूर्व संध्या पर मैं समस्त देशवासियों को हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं, बधाई देना चाहता हूं. और जो बीजेपी की डिवाइड एंड रूल की जो पॉलिसी है, उसका परिणाम है कि उत्तर प्रदेश के बहराइच में दंगा हुआ. उसी का परिणाम है कि उत्तर प्रदेश के साथ मध्य प्रदेश में दंगा हुआ. और मुर्शिदाबाद में जिस तरह से वक्फ को लेकर पूरे देश में गांधीयन थ्योरी पर विरोध हो रहा था, उसको लेकर वहां भी हिंसा हुई है. तो हिंसा के लिए अगर कोई जिम्मेदार है तो केंद्र सरकार जिम्मेदार है. लगातार वो माहौल बनाना चाहते हैं.
सर, वेस्ट बंगाल में वायलेंस के लिए केंद्र सरकार कैसे जिम्मेदार है?
जो युवा है, अरे भैया, आपकी सेंट्रल एजेंसीज क्या कर रही हैं? सेंट्रल एजेंसीज क्या कर रही हैं? और जिस बलात्कार की बात आप कर रही हैं,
नहीं,
प्रधानमंत्री के संसदीय क्षेत्र में गैंग रेप होता है एक छात्रा के साथ.
हाँ?
आज कासगंज में गैंग रेप होता है. आप एक बात तो डिबेट करिए. मैं जो मीडिया समूह है उससे ये निवेदन करना चाहता हूं कि एक तरफा बहस देश में बंद करिए.
कौन से योगी आदित्यनाथ ने आके बोला कि छोटी समस्या है?
मुसलमान और दंगों पर
किसी भी वायलेंस के केस में कौन से बीजेपी के नेता ने यूपी के आके बोला कि छोटी समस्या है?
33 लाख.
किसने बोला आके कि अगर कुछ तुम्हारे खिलाफ होता है तो किसी का हाथ तोड़ दो, पैर तोड़ दो, आंख निकाल दो? प्रधानमंत्री जब गए थे, आपने भी देखी होगी इमेजेस तो, कि उन्होंने लैंड करते ही उन्होंने टॉप ऑफिशियल से ही टुक अ स्टेटस चेक ऑफ व्हाट हैड हैपेंड अबाउट द गैंग रेप दैट यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट. बाकी आप मध्य प्रदेश की वायलेंस की बात कर रहे हैं. गुना में क्या हुआ उसके बारे में आई डोंट वांट टू गेट इनटू व्हाट अबाउट इट. आज ही पुलिस को पत्थर मिले हैं छतों से, पर खैर वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन.
3 महीने तक जो रेपिस्ट थे,
सर बंगाल की बात कीजिए ना. सर बंगाल की बात कीजिए. बताइए, बप्पी हल्दर इंसाइट कर रहे हैं कि नहीं कर रहे हैं? आप हाँ या ना बोल सकते हैं. हाथ तोड़ना, पैर तोड़ना, आंख नोच के बाहर निकालना इंसाइटमेंट है कि नहीं है? हाँ या ना?
ये बताइए, एनआरसी से क्या हुआ?
कुछ नहीं हुआ।
किसको फायदा हुआ? उसके बाद
बंगाल में किसको फायदा हो रहा है?
अगर आप इतने हितैषी हैं, मेरा एक सवाल है, बीजेपी अगर मुसलमानों को लेकर इतना हितैषी है तो केंद्र में मुख्तार अब्बास नकवी जैसे मंत्री थे, उन्हें भी बाहर बिठा दिया गया। उत्तर प्रदेश
सर, आप बंगाल पे आ जाइए ना। सर मुर्शिदाबाद
में आप एक टिकट
कैबिनेट बाद में, कलकत्ता पहले।
मुसलमानों को लेकर उन्हें मुख्य धारा में लाने के बजाय लगातार,
सर मैं तो आपसे ये बोल रही हूँ, आप 3 में से जो एक मरा है माइनॉरिटी कम्युनिटी का बेचारा माइनर 14 साल का लड़का, उसी के लिए दिल में दर्द रख के बता दीजिए कि वेस्ट बंगाल में जो हो रहा है वो ममता बनर्जी का फेलियर है कि नहीं है? कि बापी हलदार जैसे लोग अगर ऐसी स्टेटमेंट देते रहेंगे तो और लोग भी मरेंगे। कि इमरान मसूद जो कह रहे हैं कि 1 घंटे में इलाज कर देंगे, और उससे याद आया आपके अवधेश प्रसाद जी भी कह रहे हैं हम सत्ता में आएंगे तो लॉ हटा देंगे। तो ये
दमन हो रहा है, जिस तरह से गाली गलौज किया जा रहा है, जिस तरह से सरकार संरक्षण दे रही है, अगर उन्हें रोका जाए तो देश में हर व्यक्ति अमन और शांति चाहता है।
तो इमरान मसूद को रोकना चाहिए ना?
वो चाहती है
इमरान मसूद को रोकना चाहिए ना? आप बोले, अखिलेश जी बोलेंगे राहुल से,
हिंदू मुसलमान
अखिलेश जी बोलेंगे राहुल से कि पनिश करिए इमरान मसूद को।
ये बात तो प्रधानमंत्री, अब बताइए गृह मंत्री जी ने क्या कहा माननीय अम्बेडकर
सर, आप वही बात है ना आईपी सिंह जी, मतलब
बयान संसद के अंदर था।
क्लास हो रही है साइंस की, आप सिखाएंगे कुकिंग तो कैसे चलेगा ना? करण वर्मा, बट संजू वर्मा, आई विल ब्रिंग यू इन एज वेल, बट करण वर्मा, obviously there has to be a deliberate strategy behind this. Since day one, when the Waqf bill came into being, Mamata Banerjee said that goli bhi khani pade, then also I stand with you. West Bengal will not implement this law at any cost. How does one believe that the state government actually is acting for the people of the state and not just one particular section of the people of the state?
I think it will be very foolish, Priya, at this point of time for anyone to believe that this state government actually wants to implement law and order. Their design has been pretty clear right from day one. Barely had the act been passed, and I remember Mahua Moitra coming out and saying that, you know, today Muslims have been reduced to second-grade citizens and there is going to be backlash. And today again, if you look at her shameless video, and there's no other word to describe it rather than shameless, she is pretty much, you know, going up to the Muslims and saying, you have been wronged, but you still have to show restraint. I know you have been wronged. Time and again, she's pretty much been provocative. Be it Derek O'Brien, be it Yusuf Pathan, the insensitivity. And we saw a lot of people talking about it, that this is premeditated right at the core. And we've had this design, Priya. There have been so many instances, right from Sanju Verma ji pointed out all those incidents, from Bir Boom to all these incidents. She has been pulled up by the Calcutta High Court so many times. So many times has this government been wrapped on the knuckles. But this government remains insensitive and shameless towards the Hindus. They've been so brazen in their Muslim appeasement. They've even gone on to say कि ये दूध देती हुई गाय है, कभी-कभी लात भी मारेगी हमें. So this is the kind of language they've resorted to. This is the kind of politics they've resorted to. The big question here, Priya, is this the final straw that breaks the camel's back? Because, you know, the camel's back has been hurt, has been damaged and assaulted so many times. So many rights, Shahjahan, Sheikh, so many things, post-poll violence. And our friend here, Rohan, for waxing eloquent about the Congress's stance, let me remind him, it was Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, who was your president at that time, the West Bengal state president, who showed the guts to say that Mamata Banerjee is a dictator. He was sidelined by Malika Arjun Kharge. Your own worker, Arbindo Mondal, was killed in the post-poll violence in Panchayat elections, and Rahul Gandhi did not say a word. You've not even stood for your own people, for your own foot soldiers who've sacrificed their lives, who've been victims of this Mamata unleashed violence in Bengal. So that is the level of your leadership. So you are the last person, or your party is the last one that should wax eloquent here. एंड ये आईपी सिंह जी किसको समझा रहे हैं भाई? आप भी किनसे सवाल पूछ रहे हो? अतीक अहमद की पार्टी से आप पूछ रहे हो अबाउट वायलेंस? ही इज जस्ट रैशनलाइज दैट दिस विल हैपन बिकॉज वक्फ इज पास. वक्फ इज पास बाय आवर पार्लियामेंट. हम एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल डेमोक्रेसी है. विल यू नॉट ओबे द पार्लियामेंट, या पार्लियामेंट से ऊपर ये शरिया से चलेगा कानून, और शरिया से भी आप नहीं चला रहे हो. इवन द मुस्लिम्स, वेदर इट इज के रहमान खान, वेदर इट्स द आगा खानीज, वेदर इट्स द पसमंदा मुसलमान्स, दे हैव गॉन ऑन रिकॉर्ड आस्किंग फॉर दीज रिफॉर्म्स. Who do you think you are? Are you above the law? Are you above the constitution?
Already at least 4 states have said that they are not going to implement. Tamil Nadu has said, Kerala has said, today Karnataka came out, and West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee has already said. Yes, Rohan Mitra, you want to respond? IP Singh ji, आपके पास आएंगे एक बार. Rohan Mitra.
No, I find it amazing when the BJP and when Karan speaking, there is no interjection, and when they are doing whataboutery, when Sanju Verma wants to talk about 2611, that's not whataboutery. Coming back to the point which I wanted to make was, we do not stand with Mamata Banerjee. We are also against Mamata Banerjee and the TMC in Bengal. We were the ones who were against TMC in 2016, 2021, without defining it against any particular religion. The BJP only wants to see that the Hindus in Bengal are being attacked. Let me tell you.
What? BJP wants to see Hindus in Bengal attacked. Is that what you said?
I said BJP only wants to say that the Hindus are in trouble. Let me answer this.
But TMC is saying that BJP's conspiracy is what is playing out in the state.
I'm not here to answer for the TMC, Priya. Why are you interjecting? Let me finish. Let me speak. You don't interject when Karan's speaking, Sanju Verma is speaking. Why am I being stopped when I'm trying to say something?
Please go ahead.
So my point was very clearly that, when the BJP forgets that there are 26,000 jobs which have been lost, the teachers who are also Muslims, who are also from other religion. So the BJP only wants to focus their whole political agenda in Bengal that the Hindus are being attacked, the Hindus are under threat. This is not the case in Bengal. Bengal, in 15 years, every community is facing difficulties under the TMC rule. The Congress condemns the law and order situation in Bengal today. And as Karan remembered that Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary was speaking against Mamata Banerjee, today our president who has come after Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, Shubhankar Sarkar, is on the streets against Mamata Banerjee. And as far as Jangipur is concerned, this particular MP, Jangipur is where Pranab Mukherjee was the MP
Sir,
from.
you've just
where things,
told us about that. We've just heard about that. But you're not saying anything about Imran Masood, and you're going back to your first answer, which is why I'm being forced to interject you. And Sanju Verma, make a quick point, then I really need to move on.
Priya, I just have this to say. My limited point is that the Kolkata High Court was in recess. It was on vacation. The vacation bench had to sit. Justice Soman Sen and Justice Raja Basu Chaudhary, what did they say? They said that if you fail to maintain law and order, tell us, we will find an alternative. Point number one. Point number two, the Kolkata High Court asked Mamata Banerjee, why have you not requisitioned for central forces? Point number three, which the Kolkata High Court said, why is it that you are not giving enough ammunition to BSF to conduct operations smoothly? Is it true that you're proving to be a hindrance to the BSF? Mamata Banerjee had zero answers. Law and order की धज्जियां उड़ा दी है और यहाँ बैठकर IP सिंह बंगाल के बारे में बात नहीं करके फलाना ढमकीना 40 साल पहले की बातें कर रहे हैं. And you talked about rape. Do you remember your leader, SP leader IP Singh, Moin Khan, who raped 40
Yes, but Sanju Verma, with all due respect, let's not get into whataboutery right now. The issue at hand in itself is so important that we do not need to point our fingers either at in cases you are citing or at Manipur that like opposition has been doing the whole of today with me. But TMC is talking about what has happened in the state. And let's play out for our viewers what TMC thinks is behind what is happening in the state. What exactly is it that has led to 3 people losing their lives and at least 300 people shifting homes?
আমি সমস্ত মুসলিম ভাই বোনদের কাছে একটি আবেদন করতে চাই যে আপনারা প্লিজ এখন এই ওয়াকফ সংশোধনী অ্যাক্টের পরে বাংলায় যা একটু আমরা অসন্তোষ আবেগ যা প্রকাশ হচ্ছে
Isada's claim is all false. West Bengal is not in Uttar Pradesh. Life of nobody is threatened.
शांति से आदमी अपना घर पे है या कहीं किसी को आना जाना है वो आ रहे हैं जा रहे हैं।
আমি এখন সবাইকে বলবো যে রাজনীতির ঊর্ধ্বে উঠে মানুষের সেবায় ব্রত হওয়া, এখানে রাজনীতি করাটা ঠিক না।
It must be handiwork of BJP RSS there in Murshidabad, and independent provision these days not possible because all agencies are now politicized agencies.
आसिफ अंसारी, ये बीजेपी की कैसी कंस्पिरेसी है जहां पे वो हिंदुओं को टारगेट कर रहे हैं इन वेस्ट बंगाल?
Well, Priya, this is a very wrong question you are asking. That none of the political party in Bengal.
TMC leaders are saying, they are not even asking. They have decided it is BJP RSS conspiracy.
How could I just want to brush your memory that a couple of weeks back that a Shiv Sena MP, Mr. Sanjay Nirupam, has said very clearly in a very vivid manner that if Muslims are going to agitate against this Waqf Amendment bill, then they should be ready for the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Then none of your media channels, none of the BJP party, not even the Home Minister, not even the Prime Minister has raised a question on this when they are persecuting a minority of a community, calling it that we are going to make a Jallianwala Bagh. Where were your media when
was he right or wrong in saying what he said,
single party comes to agitate and condemn?
Was he right or wrong in saying what he said?
To you.
What your point is, he was wrong in saying what he said.
He said that if
I am asking you, आपको लगता है उन्होंने गलत बोला?
Of course, how we could show that is a definitely a.
तो बापी हलदार ने भी गलत बोला, तो इमरान मसूद ने भी गलत बोला, और अमीक जमीन जी ने जो बोला वो तो मैंने अभी चलाया भी नहीं।
बिल्कुल गलत बोला। जो लोग anybody regardless of any religions, you cannot target any particular religion, and anybody who's playing politics on amendment
सर, वो चर्चा हमने करके खत्म कर दी। मेरा सवाल ये है कि do you agree with TMC leaders saying that this is a BJP RSS conspiracy, and what is the evidence? What is the intent? What is the motive? Why would BJP and RSS orchestrate violence that impacts Hindus in West Bengal, sir?
Priya, Priya, your question is not as simple to answer it. I must say that the evidence can prove the facts. Okay, through evidence you can prove the facts, but the motive you have to understand. The motive, which is the fine lining, you have to understand why these are going to happening. Line by line, it is coming to see. Waqf Amendment Bill, there is a elections in West Bengal. The silent protest which has done over here. There is what you call the BJP is the BSF is deployed in Murshidabad. Even the Chief Minister has come out and say anybody who's going to give provocative statement and could instigate the communal violence is going to be penalized and can be brought to the justice.
She's saying not doing. No, sir. That is why Calcutta High Court said we can't keep our eyes closed. That there is prima facie evidence. It is the court that is saying. It's not BJP or RSS saying it. It's the Calcutta High Court that has ordered central forces to be deployed.
Let court to proceed. That would be a simple answer. Let court produce.
That's a very simple answer. It's just that answer is not what TMC leaders are saying.
How the police are working?
But Sanju Verma, the allegation that TMC has also put out is that there is a lot of misinformation being spread, that it is the BJP that is also trying to take political advantage out of this situation by sowing seeds of discord. Kunal Ghosh, in fact, has put out a couple of pictures that were posted from BJP handles and fact-checked them.
You know, Priya, first and foremost, I'm not sitting here as a representative of Shiv Sena, and I think violence has no place in civil society. And I'm not going to justify Sanjay Nirupam's statement, but let truth be told. Sanjay Nirupam said, if there is another Shaheen Bagh that is repeated, then another Jallianwala Bagh could also be repeated. That is what he exactly said. But moving beyond Sanjay Nirupam, let me just say one thing, Priya. You know, imagine now what happened in Murshidabad, Nadia, North 24 Parganas. You know, now replace West Bengal with Uttar Pradesh. What would the opposition be saying? They would be baying for Yogi Adityanath's blood. Had this kind of violence happened in Assam, which has 40% Muslims, they would be baying for the blood of Himanta Biswa Sarma. Had such kind of violence happened in Madhya Pradesh, Pradesh, they would be baying for the blood of Mohan Yadav. Had such kind of violence happened in Uttarakhand, they would be baying for the blood of Pushkar Singh Dhami. Had such kind of violence happened in Maharashtra, they would be baying for the blood of Devendra Fadnavis. Had such kind of violence happened in Odisha, they would be baying for the blood of Mohan Charan Majhi. But because this violence has happened in West Bengal, it has happened under the long and incompetent nose of Mamata Banerjee. राहुल गांधी के मुंह में दही जम गया है, सोनिया गांधी के मुंह में दही जम गया है, प्रियंका वाड्रा के मुंह में दही जम गया है, और जो कांग्रेस के चरण चुंबक हैं वो नेशनल टीवी पर आकर कहते हैं, oh you know we don't support Imran Masood. You know, this good cop, bad cop, this game has gone on for too long. Each time a Congress radical makes an untoward statement, the only response from the Congress party and the likes of Jairam Ramesh is, oh, that is Imran Masood's personal remark. We have nothing to do with it. And Imran Masood is the same guy who had made that infamous Boti remark. Uske baad he was made the vice president of Youth Congress and then given ticket from Saharanpur. तो कांग्रेस में यदि बोटी वाला रिमार्क करोगे वो भी मोदी जी के खिलाफ, तो आपको प्रमोशन मिलेगी, which is amply evident from Imran Masood's case. But coming back to West Bengal, please understand, Priya, that BJP MP Jyoti Mahato has actually written to the Union Home Ministry asking that border areas be brought under AFSPA. And if Mamata Banerjee is unable to maintain law and order, which is amply evident from the violence that has repeatedly happened, then she should simply step down. And for those people asking why BJP has not imposed President's rule, let truth be told, there is a constitutional process. C.V. Ananda Bose, the governor, if he sends a recommendation to the Union Home Ministry and to the President saying that there is a constitutional breakdown of law and order, then the second step of imposing Article 356 can be thought about.
No, but what is happening in Bengal might not just stay in Bengal. And why do I say this? Is because of what Ameek Jamei has said today, and is also a sentiment that is echoed by several other constituents of the INDIA bloc. Listen in and then we come back.
देखिए, आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी को ये लगता है कि उत्तर प्रदेश के मुसलमान वक्फ के मामले में उनसे डर गए हैं। ये गलतफहमी उनको निकाल देना चाहिए। मुख्यमंत्री जी के टच में जो लोग फर्जी मौलाना एजेंट, वो मुसलमान सारे नेता जो ये बता रहे हैं कि वक्फ बड़ी अच्छी चीज है, कोई गलतफहमी नहीं हो। जिस दिन पर्सनल लॉ का ऐलान होगा, समाजवादियों ने, हम लोगों ने इस बात को बहुत पहले कह रखा है कि वक्फ को उत्तर प्रदेश में हम लागू नहीं होने देंगे। ममता बनर्जी साहिबा ने जो किया है पूरे देश के लिए, इंडिया ब्लॉक के लिए नजीर है। और जो हिंसा वहां पे हुई, हिंसा तो प्लांट की गई है। जिस दिन जांच होगी इसमें भाजपाई लोग पकड़े जाएंगे।
पश्चिमी बंगाल में मुर्शिदाबाद 3 हिंदुओं की निर्मम हत्या हुई, उनके घरों से खींच करके उनकी हत्या हुई। और ये सब कौन है? ये सभी वही दलित हैं, वही वंचित हैं, वही गरीब हिंदू हैं, जिसको इस जमीन का सर्वाधिक लाभ मिलने वाला है।
आईपी सिंह जी, ममता बनर्जी ने जो किया बहुत अच्छा किया।
भाई उत्तर प्रदेश में भी चर्चा कर लीजिए। मैं कह रहा हूं कि मुर्शिदाबाद, पश्चिम बंगाल पर आप लगातार बात करिए, जो उत्तर प्रदेश सबसे ज्यादा डिस्टर्ब है, कानून व्यवस्था ध्वस्त है। पश्चिम बंगाल
उत्तर प्रदेश में कौन सा वक्फ प्रोटेस्ट वायलेंट हो गया है?
लिखते हैं
कहां पर सेंट्रल फोर्सेस को लगाने के लिए इलाहाबाद हाईकोर्ट ने ऑर्डर दिया है?
आदित्यनाथ ने लागू कर
कौन सा बीजेपी का नेता बोल रहा है कि कोई बात नहीं, मर गए 3 लोग, वायलेंस हो गया, लोगों की रोजी रोटी छिन गई, 300 लोगों को घर बार उठा के जाना पड़ा समेट के, कोई बात नहीं, तुम जाओ और लोगों के हाथ पैर तोड़ दो। कौन है, कौन कर रहा है यूपी में ये सब?
सवाल ये बीजेपी के लोग कर रहे हैं। कल क्या हुआ आप बताइए ना कि हमारे जो दलित सांसद है उनके घर को घेरा गया, तलवार दिखाई गई, उनकी हत्या करने की बात हो रही है। आप एक भी डिबेट उस पर करने को तैयार नहीं है।
सर, हम जिस बात पे डिबेट कर रहे हैं आप उसके बारे में अपने विचार दीजिए ना।
कहूंगा कि बीजेपी
हम राणा सांगा पर भी करेंगे, जब करेंगे तब उसके बारे में बोलेंगे। अभी तो अभी वक्फ का एग्जाम चल रहा है सर।
मुद्दे पर डिबेट इस देश को बांटने के कगार पर ले जा रही है। ये डिवाइड एंड रूल जो बीजेपी की सिंपल पॉलिसी है, वो पूरी तरह बंद होनी चाहिए।
सर, मैं फिर से दोहरा देती हूँ अपना सवाल। बीजेपी की ये डिवाइड एंड रूल पॉलिसी वेस्ट बंगाल में, जहां पे रूलिंग पार्टी है टीएमसी, सीएम है ममता बनर्जी, होम मिनिस्टर है ममता बनर्जी, वहां पे बीजेपी की डिवाइड एंड रूल पॉलिसी से 300 हिंदू परिवार अपने घर छोड़ने पर मजबूर कैसे हो रहे हैं? आईपी सिंह जी,
ये तो भारत के गृह मंत्री से पूछिए ना, एनआईए क्या कर रही है? केंद्र सरकार के रहते ये सब कैसे हिंसा हो रही है? सिर्फ सारा राज्य सरकार पर थोप देना, हर बात की अच्छी बात की आपको लत लग गई है, हर सारी उपलब्धि आप लेंगे। अगर मौसम अच्छा हो जाए तो मेरी भाग्य से हो गया, पेट्रोल सस्ता हो जाए तो मेरे भाग्य से, पेट्रोल 110 रुपए पहुंच जाए तो साहब
सर अब आप पेट्रोल की बात तो बहुत ही गलत इंस्टेंस में कर रहे हैं। आप जो विजुअल्स देख रहे हैं ना सर स्क्रीन पर जो चल रहे हैं वायलेंस के, लोगों के घरों पर पेट्रोल छिड़क दिया गया है, उनकी दुकानों पर पेट्रोल छिड़क दिया गया है। वो कह रहे हैं कि हमें लगता ही नहीं है कि सरकार है, हिंदू होना बंगाल में पाप हो गया है, बोला है एक महिला ने, कैमरा पे आके बोला है। आप सुनते नहीं है वो बात, वो अलग बात है। बट संजू वर्मा, यस प्लीज रिस्पॉन्ड, लास्ट मिनट।
प्रिया, मुझे इस बात से ताज्जुब तो नहीं हो रहा, पर शर्म जरूर आ रही है कि आईपी सिंह डिबेट ऑलमोस्ट 45 मिनट्स की आपने की है, एक बार इनके मुंह से यह नहीं निकला कि जिन हिंदुओं को लात मारकर उनको बेघर कर दिया गया, हरगोविंद दास और उनके 14 साल के बेटे की निर्मम हत्या, एक बार इन्होंने ये नहीं कहा कि मैं ममता बनर्जी और उनके प्रशासन की निंदा करता हूं, जो हुआ बंगाल में उसको कंडेम करता हूं। ये चले गए पेट्रोल डीजल उत्तर प्रदेश, यहां वहां, थोड़ी शर्म आती है नहीं? यदि आज किसी मुसलमान के साथ भी ऐसा होता, मैं कहती जो हुआ गलत हुआ। Because
again let's just wrap it up on the note that a life is a life, all lives are precious. You don't really get to decide the importance or significance of a life or the value of loss on the basis of their religion. But when topmost leaders come out with statements like choti si samasya, when 3 lives have been lost, from 72-year-old man to the 14-year-old minor, it's not a choti samasya. And in a state when it goes to a poll next year and Waqf issue coming up, there will be several other meetings, there will be other leaders who will conduct a similar, themselves similarly make similar statements. We have to be really careful what we say. Otherwise, जो लोग आग लगा देने की बात करते हैं, जो कुर्बानी की बात करते हैं, they forget the kind of impact it can have on the ground. Lives lost that can never be brought back. Thank you everybody for joining me. We take a very quick break.